Hello. I pray this message finds you well and so full of the beautiful love and abundant light of the One Most High. If this is your first time coming to check out one of my videos, I'd like to say thank you. It is greatly appreciated. If you've been here before, you already know. Okay, so this video is me sharing yet another experience that I've had dealing with who I am. If you see my intro video and what I talk about, being an energy healer and an empath, this one I'm gonna be talking about my experience as a psychic medium. So I think I might share two instances, but I really want to share like my first real, it was pretty cool. It's all cool, right? It's all super cool. All right, so like I said in my intro video where I talked about me being able to connect with mothers that have passed too soon, meaning that they've their time here was shorter than what their children would have liked, because their children were essentially still like kids under the age of 18 when they passed. So my first really real experience that I had was some years ago. I want to say maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. I had a friend who I went to high school with. I have a friend because she's alive. I have a friend, and I don't like to share any names, so I won't really ever say any names. If they say who they are, then so be it, but I won't ever put anybody out there like that. So I went, my friend that I went to high school with, we were out of high school, and she was having a baby, and it was really exciting, and it was like, whoa, she's having a baby. And so I remember she was going into labor, and I don't know how the conversation went, but essentially, like, she was like, yeah, like, I'm in labor, and I'm about to have the baby. And I think something clicked on, was like, I need to be there. Like, and mind you, this is a friend who, I love her very dearly, and I have this similar, relationship with a lot of my friends, but we don't like keep in like contact on a regular basis. And regular, I mean at least once a month, hey, how you doing, whatever. It wasn't even that regular, but I love her. She's amazing. Just a really great person to be around. And anytime I'm around her, it's just like, it's amazing, right? And I say that because that's kind of important to how this whole thing played out. So when she told me she was going into labor and everything, and it was just, like I said, something just clicked in, like, I need to be there. And so I think I like asked to use my mom's car. I went to the grocery store, got me some groceries and stuff, and I headed to the hospital. And it was so interesting because I know it had to have been like really like weird, I think. I don't know, because like my energy healing video story, when I did that, my first energy healing, it was like going into autopilot. Like, it was like I was just doing and not even thinking. And so looking back on it, I could see how weird it, because it was like there was no communication, of me or intentions of me, staying there and being there with her, while she had her baby, but it just happened, right? And so I get there, and like I said, it was weird because I had like groceries, because I had food, like I was ready, we didn't know when she was expected to have the baby, but because I was connected with her mother, because her mother had passed when she was 12, I believe, I think 11 or 12. her mother was really, I was connected to her mother, and so she was guiding me, and so she knew when the baby was going to be there, and so which ended up being really, really early that morning. So there was no way for me to have gotten there in time. The best way for it to happen was for me to be there that night before. And so I get there, I got my my bags and everything, and it's like, oh, I'm here. Like I wasn't just visiting, I wasn't just coming to see you. And I think that was like the ideal. Is like, oh, my friend's coming to see me or whatever. Like, no, I'm here. And so like I helped her through her labor, which also all of this was on autopilot. It's really interesting because not that she was there by herself, like she didn't have anybody there with her to like help her through, but she kind of was. And I didn't really notice it at the time, but I definitely realized that, like, I don't know that had I not been there, that she would have gotten, help through, her contractions and, just some real soothing and loving energy. And it was her mother's energy. I didn't know it at the time, but that's really what it was. Okay. Because like I said, I was young, but I just was listening to that, that voice or that guidance that was telling me, kind of what to do or whatever. And so, got through her labor, and she ended up having her daughter. Like I said, it was really early in the morning. I forget how early it was. But it was so special because I ended up being the one to cut the umbilical cord, because I was standing there right by her side. Like, I mean, right there. And like, I don't know. And I hope she gets to see this video and get to see, like, my experience from my perspective. Cause I don't know if she ever knew, but like, I was guided to be there. That's the no other reason. Cause like I said, I even ended up cutting the umbilical cord. And like I said, it's not like, like I can say like, oh, that's my best friend, or like, we're like sisters or anything like that. Like I said, we're very well acquainted, and, like I love her, but I know that was not expected, but it was just crazy how it happened. Like, the doctors handed me the scissors, and I like hesitated for a moment. Like, no, like, I don't think I should be the one doing this. But then they was like, no, just go ahead and do it. And I did it. And again, it was because like, and then at that time, I don't even, if I remember correctly, because there was very little resistance, and I realize this now, because again, her mother was guiding me. Like, I mean, and she was there, like, and I was, her vessel that she was able to use at that time. So, her mother was the one that was cutting the umbilical cord, not me. And then I got to hold her baby, and I wasn't holding her baby. Her mother was holding her baby, because she was really, like, I felt her so strongly. It was amazing. Like, oh, it was so amazing. And it was such a great experience to learn from, for me personally, as far as, how the connection works and what it is. And that I have to say that was my greatest experience as a psychic medium. And if I'm not mistaken, I can go so far as to say that was also a channeling, that I was channeling her mother, because that, there's one thing to connect with a spirit or an entity, but then to actually channel them and have them work through you is something completely different. And it's such a beautiful experience, especially in one that was so loving, and it was bringing life, into this, onto this earth planet. So it was really nice. Like, I mean, it was just amazing, like amazing. I'm running out of space. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the next part of the video, so I won't talk anymore about that. I did want to share something else about another experience that I had with a friend of mine whose mother had passed, and who kind of like used me to send a message. Was amazing, but that'll be another time for another story. I just really want to share that one. And yeah, that's all I have for that. And until next time, peace.